Hello everyone, I am Sharwali Sarnaik, and in this session we will learn about the concept of inheritance in Java programming. Let us see what is inheritance in Java programming. The name inherit defines that we are deriving something from someone. That is, we are taking some of the features of existing functionality into a new functionality. For example, we want to create new class, and if there is already a class that includes some code that we want, then we can derive a new class from existing class with that same features and by adding a new features into that class. For example, we already have one class. It has some features like name and age and gender, and we are creating a new class as a student class. And that class, if we want this name, age and gender, then instead of writing same features again, we will take that features from an already existing class. So this concept is called as inheriting the features of one class into another class, that is inheritance. So it is mechanism to create a new class from an existing class. New class we will call it as child class, and existing class we called it as a parent class. It the process of obtaining the data members and methods from one class to another, we call it as inheritance. And inheritance also represents is a relationship and also known as parent-child relationship. Basically, the inheritance supports the concept of reusability. That is, instead of writing code again and again, we will reuse the code once written in an existing class, and we can reuse anywhere we want it. So this is the concept of inheritance. Let us see with an example what is inheritance. Here in this photo we see that there are parents and there is a child. Now when child borns, the name the surname of the child is already driven from his ancestors. So here we can say it as the surname property is already driven from an existing class into a new class. This is the real time example of an inheritance. We are taking some of the features of already existing class into a new class. Or say that there are some of the land which is named with which is named to the parents, and when the parents property is applied to a child property, we call it as an inheritance features. The class whose features are inherited, we call that class as a base class or parent class, that is superclass. Superclass is nothing but the class whose features are inherited, that is already existing class. And when we create a new class, the new class that inherits other class is called a subclass, that is derived class or child class. Consider the below example. In this example, there is a class called animal and there is another class called dog. Now consider this animal class. In this animal class there is a functionalities like eat and sleep. The class animal class is already present and it is an existing class and it has a functionalities like eat and sleep. Now these functionalities I want to create, suppose I want to create a new class, that is dog class, and in that dog class the dog also eats sleep, but he can bark also. So eat and sleep functionalities is already present in an animal class, and that same functionalities I want in an dog class. So instead of writing same functionalities again in dog class, what I will do, I will inherit the features of animal class into my new class, that is dog class. So the features like eat and sleep which are already present in an super class, we called it as a base class or parent class, we are inheriting that features into a new class, that is derived class or child class. So the functionalities like eat and sleep we will present into a dog class as it is. So now let us see how that functionalities we will take, or how we will write a code to inherit the features of existing class into a new class. So basically now only remember that we are taking some features of existing class into a new class instead of writing the code again and again. Instead of avoiding the duplication of redundancy, we are taking the code again and again. We are creating a new class with an existing features. Let us take another example of is a relationship, that is inheritance represents is a relationship, we call it as parent-child relationship. Consider this example. Here is a class called person and the person class has some features like name, age, gender, eat and walk. Now these class, the person class has some features which is already present in an existing class. That is, this is an existing class, person is an existing class, and we call it as a base class. Now in this base class there are these following functions: name, age, gender, eat and walk. And I want to create a new class. The new class has name student class. The student class also has features like name, age, gender, eat and walk. Even the student class has his new features like program, study year, study and held exam. So instead of writing these functionalities again in a new class, we will create a class and we will exit the features like name, age and gender from an existing class into a new class. Now the student will automatically will have the features like name, age, gender into his class. Similarly, we want to create another class, that is teacher class, and teacher class also has a features like name, age, gender, eat, walk, designate, and a new features like designation, salary, teach and take exam. So instead of writing again the same features into a teacher class, what we will do, we will inherit the features of person class into a teacher class. So that is, person class is a base class and teacher class is a derived class, and we are inheriting some features of person class into a teacher class. Similarly, again we want to create a new class, that is doctor class, and doctor class also has a features like name, age, gender, eat, walk, and a new functionalities like designation, salary, checkup and prescribe. So the doctor class also has the features like name, age, gender, and instead of writing these code again into a doctor class, what we will do, we will copy the code which is already present in an existing class and we will derive it in a new class. So instead of writing the code again and again, what we are doing, we are only reusing the code which is already present in a base class, that is person class, and we are inheriting the features of base class into a derived class, and whatever new functionalities are there, we are adding it into a respective classes. So this is the concept of inheritance. Now let us see why we are using inheritance. As I said, we are reusing the class again and again and adding up into a new functionalities to the new class. The concept of data redundancy is avoiding. Data redundancy means duplication of code. We are if we are writing the code again and again, there will be a duplicate code multiple times. So instead of that, what we are doing, we are reusing the functionalities which are already presenting in an existing class, and we are adding up into a new class. Thus we can easily add new class by inheriting from an existing class. What we have to do only is select an existing class closer to the desired functionality, create a new class and inherit it from selected class, and whatever there are new functionalities, add or modify to the new class. So this is what we have to do in an inheritance. The inheritance has multiple types. Let us see what are types of inheritance. There are single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So these are the 5 types of inheritance. Let us see first what is single inheritance. Now, when a class extends another one class, only then we will call it as a single inheritance. Consider an example. In that example, there had shown that there is a class A and class B, and class B is inheriting the features of class A. Now, if there is an only single base class and there is a only single derived class, then the derived class is existing taking some features from an base class. We call this concept as a single inheritance. That is, there is only single base class and single derived class. This concept is called as single inheritance. And remember that when we are inheriting something from someone, we use extends keyword. This is very important. We use extends keyword when we are deriving something from someone. So we will use extend keyword to inherit another class, that is class B extends the functionalities of class A. This is the concept of single inheritance. Let us see with another example of single inheritance. In this single inheritance, there is class A and class B. As I said, class B is deriving some of the functionalities of class A. Now let us see how it is declared. We have to first create a existing class, that is a base class. Now how we will create it as in usually how we will create the class. That is what the class base class is. We will derive it as class A, and we want to derive a new class, that is class B. Now the class B wants to take some of the features of class A into a class B. That is, class B want to inherit the features of class A. So this, the inheriting the features of class A, we will declare it as class public class B extends class A. Here remember, we are using extend keyword to inherit the features of class A. We want to take some features of class A, then we will use extends keyword. To derive a new class, we will write as class B extends A. That is, class B is taking some of the features of A. That is, class B is inheriting from class A. This is the concept of single inheritance. Let us see implementation of single inheritance. Now in this example, I have derived a class A. In class A, there is a method called display base, and in that display base method I had only printed that this is a base class. Only the statement I had printed is this is a base class. And I want to derive new class B, but that class wants to inherit the features of class A. So how I will write? Class B extends A. I will use extend keyword if I want to inherit some features from class A. I will write as class B extends A. Here you will see that I had written class B extends A. And in that class B, there is a method called display derived. And in that display method, I had printed one statement that this is derived class. Now what will be the output of this code? Here I will get that this is base class and this is derived class. This will be the output of this code, because now I had inherited the features of class A into a class B. That is, class A is copied into class B. So I will get the features of class A directly into a class B. We are inheriting the features. So class B has features class A and his new code. So this is the concept of single inheritance. Let us see how we will derive a new class, main class. A is a base class, yeah, as I know. It has a method display base, that is a base class method. Next I have a class B, that is extending A. Class B we will call it as derived class, and we had used extend keyword to inherit the features of class A. And there is another method, that is display derived method. Now we will see how we will create an object. I have taken another class for a main class, that is named as final. In that I had declared the main method, that is public static void main string args. We write in a Java programming to declare a main class, and in that I have created an object of derived class. I have derived class B, and I had created an object of derived class as B obj is equal to new B. So this is object creation of derived class B. I had purposefully created object of B because class B is extending some of the features of class A. So the class A is copied into class B. So we will create an object of derived class. Remember, we will always create an object of derived class if we are inheriting the concept of the existing class. So here the derived class object is named as obj, and with the help of derived class object we will call the methods of class A as well as class B. Class A method is display base, and class derived method is the method of derived class. So with the help of derived class object, I will call the method of base class, that is class A, as well as the method of derived class, that is class B. We are inheriting the features of class A into class B, so automatically the class A methods will be copied into class B, and with the help of derived class object we can call the methods of base class as well as derived class. So this is the concept of inheritance. Let us see another example. Here human is a base class, and from that there is derived class called as engineer. So in this code, the class human, in that class human there is a method called void work and void it. Now I want that method to be copied into a class engineer. Then how I will write? Class engineer extends human. The extends keyword is used to inherit some of the properties from existing class into a new class, as I have told already. So this is how we will write the new class if we want to take the features of existing class, that is base class. So here we are inheriting the features of class human. So we had declared class engineer extends human. Similarly, if you want to create another class, that is doctor class, we will write class doctor extends human. This is another type of inheritance, we will see it later. But just remember, if there is single class, single base class and single derived class, that concept is called as inheritance. That is, there is single base class and single derived class. We have one base class, that is class A, and we have another base class, that is class B. So this is called as single inheritance. This is a type of inheritance. Thank you. Another types of inheritance we will see in next PPT. I hope everyone is clear with the inheritance concept and types of inheritance, that is single inheritance.